Have you ever looked at a home online and thought, wow, I want that, and then immediately felt a knot in your stomach? This video is for you. Maybe part of you is excited by the idea of owning more space, more stability, no more rent increases, but another part of you thinks, what if I'm not ready? What if I'm missing something? What if I make a huge mistake and I can't undo it? We talk a lot about being financially ready to buy a home. Income, credit, down payment, debt, all of that matters. But there's another layer most people skip: being emotionally ready. Because here's the truth: you can have good enough money numbers and still feel absolutely terrified. You can have very average numbers and still be grounded and ready because you've done the emotional prep. So in this video, we're going to talk about what emotional readiness looks like when it comes to buying a home. You'll learn the differences between normal fear and red flag fear, 4 emotional green flags that you're closer than you think, a simple emotional prep practice you can start now, even if you're not planning to buy for another year or two. And if you've ever wondered, how do I know if I'm actually ready to own? Stay with me and let's walk through this together. Now, first off, let's clear up a big misconception. Most people imagine being ready feeling like no fear, no doubt, total certainty that this is the perfect time and the perfect house. If that's your definition, you'll never feel ready. Buying a home is a big decision, and it's normal to feel nervous. It's normal to have questions. It's normal for your brain to run every single worst case scenario. Emotional readiness does not mean I feel nothing. Emotional readiness means I know how to feel my feelings and still make grounded decisions. So let's talk about 4 emotional green flags that you're closer to being ready to buy than you think. So green flag number 1 is you know your why beyond pressure. If your reason to buy is mostly I feel behind, or everyone my age is doing it, or my family keeps asking when I'm going to stop renting, that is pressure and not purpose. Emotional readiness sounds a lot more like I want stability for myself or my family. I want to build equity instead of only paying rent. I want space that really fits how I like to live. I want more control over my home and my future. Your why doesn't have to be poetic. It just has to be honest and yours, and not a script that you stole from somebody else. When you know your why, it becomes an anchor, and it holds you steady when doubt and fear pop up later. Now, green flag number 2. You're willing to look at your numbers without running away. Now, you might still feel nervous opening up your banking app, and you may not love what you see, but you're willing to look. And that might sound something like, I don't totally like my debt situation, but I'm ready to be honest about it. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm willing to see the real picture. Because avoidance is heavy. Honesty is scary at first, but lighter over time. So if you're at the stage where you're thinking, okay, no more guessing, I want to know where I actually stand, that's a sign of emotional readiness.
Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsors.
Imagine having the power to control your financial destiny, no matter where you start. Welcome to the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform, where financial education is tailored to your unique journey. We cover everything you need, from basic budgeting and saving strategies to advanced investing and retirement planning. Learn at your own pace with lessons that match your level of experience. Whether you're a beginner or looking to enhance your financial knowledge, join our community of learners and benefit from shared insights and expert guidance. The Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform equips you with the skills and confidence to take charge of your financial future. Ready to master your finances? Enroll in our courses today at the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform. Start your path to financial independence now.
Visit us at fms.tips and fms.college for more information.
Hello and welcome to PBJ Mortgage, where your home ownership dreams become reality. Today, we want to share why choosing PBJ Mortgage is the right choice for your home financing needs. At PBJ Mortgage, we're built on a foundation of values that drive us every day. Our commitment to educate, empathize, and empower our clients sets us apart in the mortgage industry. Our clients are at the heart of everything we do, and their success stories speak volumes. With years of experience, our team possesses in-depth knowledge of the mortgage programs, ensuring you receive expert guidance and the best possible rates. We offer a diverse range of loan options to suit your unique needs, including conventional, FHA, VA, and more. No matter your situation, we've got a solution. At PBJ Mortgage, we pride ourselves on providing personalized service. Our dedicated loan officers are here to guide you every step of the way, making the process as smooth as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We understand that time is of the essence, which is why we've streamlined our processes for efficiency and convenience. Transparency and clear communication are paramount. You'll always know where you stand throughout your mortgage journey. Reach out to us today to set up a call to discover your options. If you're ready to make your home ownership dreams a reality, contact PBJ Mortgage today. Let us empower you during this exciting journey. Phone number 4693733-107 www.pbjteam.com. Visit our website or give us a call to get started. We look forward to helping you secure your future home. PBJ Mortgage, where home begins.
Thanks for your patience.
Now, green flag number 3, you can hold both excitement and fear without letting either run the show. So some days you might feel, I want a house so badly, I'll do anything. And then other days you'll feel like, there's no way I can handle this. Forget it. Emotional readiness is being able to say both of those voices are allowed to exist, but neither one gets to make the decisions alone. You don't ignore your fear, but you also don't let fear make all of your choices. You notice your feelings, and then you check in with your values, your numbers, and your long-term vision. Green flag number 4 is you're ready to trade perfect for aligned. And if you're still chasing the perfect house, in the perfect neighborhood, at the perfect price, at the perfect interest rate, at the perfect time in your life, you're gonna stay stuck. Emotional ready buyers shift from I need the perfect situation to I'm looking for something aligned with my life, my values, and my budget for the next 5 to 10 years. Alignment doesn't mean flawless. It means the payment fits a life you actually want to live. The location works for your everyday reality. The home is safe and functional, even if it needs cosmetic updates. You feel some nerves, but also a sense of, yes, this is scary, and it also feels right enough to move forward. If you're listening to those green flags and thinking, okay, but I still feel like a lot of fear. So let's talk about that. There are some very normal emotional blocks that keep people from moving forward, even when they're closer than they think. Now, block number 1 is fear of regret. What if I buy and the market drops? What if something breaks and I can't handle it? What if I change jobs or want to move? What if I mess up my family's future? Now, notice how all of these live in the future. Your brain is trying so hard to protect you from an imaginary version of getting it wrong. And a helpful question here is, if I do nothing for the next 5 years, how am I going to feel about that? Sometimes staying in the same place also leads to regret. It's just quieter and more spread out. Now, block number 2 is a tale as old as time. Old money shame. Maybe you've made choices you're not super proud of, or debt that lingers, savings that may have gotten wiped out, times you feel irresponsible with money, and that shame, it can whisper to you, you don't deserve to own. You're bad with money. You're gonna screw this up just like before. Here's the truth. Your past money is information. It is not a life sentence. Emotional prep means let your past teach you without letting it define your ceiling. And then there's block number 3, family and cultural narratives. And these are really hard and they go really, really deep because maybe you grew up hearing debt is always bad. People like us don't buy houses. Owning a home is a trap. Real adults own property by XYZ age. You might not even consciously believe those sentences, but they sit there in the background whenever you think about owning or getting a mortgage. And part of emotional readiness is asking, which of these stories actually feels true for me now, and which ones actually belong to somebody else that isn't me? Now let's shift from awareness to practice. How do you emotionally prepare yourself to own? I want to give you a simple 3-part emotional prep practice that you can start doing right away. So part 1, a 5-minute ready check-in. I want you to get out a piece of paper or open the notes app on your phone and complete these sentences quickly without editing or second guessing. When I think about owning a home, I feel fill in the blank. My biggest fear around buying is, fill in the blank. My biggest hope around buying is fill in the blank. I would like to feel more emotionally ready if I knew fill in the blank. You don't have to show this to anyone. Just getting it out of your head and onto paper will lower the emotional static. For part 2, I want you to define your safe enough zone. So instead of asking, what would make me feel 100% safe, which is almost impossible, ask, what would need to be true for this to feel safe enough? And that might look like I have an emergency fund that covers a few months of expenses, or the monthly payment still lets me live, not just survive, or I understand the basics of my mortgage and what could change, or I have at least one person I trust to ask questions when I feel lost. These things become your emotional and practical guardrails. You're not waiting for zero risk, you're aiming for contained, conscious risk. The last thing, part 3, is imagine your future self with nuance. So a lot of people only imagine the worst case scenario. I regret everything, I'm broke, the house falls apart, it was all a mistake. I want you to imagine 3 versions of your future self instead. So version number 1, the version of you who never buys. Still renting 5 or 10 years from now. How does that feel? What does that life look like? What are the pros and the cons? Version 2, the you who buys something aligned. Not perfect, but aligned. What does a day-to-day life feel like? What emotional relief do you experience? What new responsibilities do you hold? And then lastly, version 3, the you who buys and something goes wrong. Maybe you have a big repair. Maybe life changes and you need to move sooner than planned. How would you handle it? Who helps you? What options do you realistically have? This isn't about scaring yourself. It's about reminding your brain, if something hard happens, I am not powerless. I have options and I have agency. That's real emotional readiness. It's not nothing bad will ever happen, but if something hard happens, I know how I can respond. Now, let's zoom out. Being emotionally ready to own doesn't mean you'll never wake up at 3 a.m. wondering if you're doing the right thing. Being emotionally ready to own means you know why you're doing this, you're willing to look at reality, you're not chasing perfect, you're choosing aligned, you're building emotional tools you can use before, during, and after you buy. Your nervous system matters just as much as the numbers do, as crazy as that might sound. So if you've been stuck in, I don't know if I'm ready, I want to offer you a new definition. Ready doesn't mean fearless. Ready means resourced. Resourced with information, resourced with support, resourced with self-awareness. You don't have to wait to magically feel brave. You can build readiness on purpose. Now, I want to turn it to you. When you imagine buying a home one day, what emotion comes up strongest for you right now? Excitement? Fear? Pressure? Hope? Something else? Drop a comment like this. My main feeling about buying right now is fill in the blank. You don't have to explain it or justify it, simply name it. I'll be reading what you share and use those real emotions to shape future videos that will help you feel more emotionally prepared, not just financially prepared for homeownership.